Welcome to PM Movie Recaps. Today's pick is a horror and mystery of 2012, Truth or Die. If you're ready, let's enjoy the video. Gemma and Eleanor take shots with Paul and Chris at a Halloween party. As the partygoers dance, Felix fixates his gaze on Gemma. Luke approaches him and encourages him to make a move on her. Unfortunately for Felix, Gemma turns him down but insists that there's someone out there for him. Eleanor takes Paul upstairs to make love, but Paul passes out from intoxication. She goes back downstairs and starts a game of truth or dare. Felix is asked who he'd like to spend the night with and he admits Gemma. Her boyfriend Chris gets upset and attacks Felix. Gemma is appalled by Chris's behavior and they break up. A few months later the group is invited to Felix's birthday party. Gemma joins Eleanor and Paul for the ride up to a seemingly abandoned mansion. The groundskeeper Woodbridge tells them that the party is in a cabin through the woods and directs them. The group travels on foot. Gemma and Eleanor need to get carried due to the muddy terrain. Justin greets the group and tells them that the party was cancelled, as his brother Felix is stuck in Chile. However, he invites the group to have their own party. Justin questions Chris about his relationship with Gemma and if he thinks she's too good for his brother. Chris laughs it off. Justin also talks with the girls but Eleanor purposely pushes Gemma into him, spilling her drink on his shirt. He goes to change and Eleanor persuades Gemma to go flirt with him. After Justin changes, he suggests a game of truth or dare. The bottle lands on Eleanor. Chris dares her to make out with Gemma and the girls go for it. As the game progresses, Justin points the bottle at himself and shows his truth. He admits that Felix is not in Chile and instead he hung himself in the cabin. He stands and it is revealed that he has a gun. He gives Eleanor a postcard which reads truth or dare. He claims that it was in Felix's pocket when he took his life. The group tries to leave and things get physical. He takes down Chris, slaps Eleanor and shoots Paul in the leg and hand. He forces Luke to tie everyone up and lock their belongings in a box. Justin then asks the group about the postcard and goes outside. The group debates over who sent the postcard and the reasons why. Gemma and Eleanor believe that it was Chris, as he blames Felix for his breakup with Gemma. Paul insists that they stop arguing and focus on escaping. Gemma tries to search for something to free themselves with, but her chair top was over. Justin comes back inside and continues the game of truth or dare. He spins the bottle and it lands on Gemma. He asks her who she thinks sent the postcard. She doesn't know and he slaps her. She reluctantly blames Chris but Chris clears his name with an alibi. Eleanor continues to try and place blame but Justin silences her by shooting his gun in the air. He spins the bottle once more and it lands on Chris. Chris chooses to dare. Justin leans Gemma back in her chair and places a tube down her throat which is connected to two clear containers. Chris is forced to choose between battery acid or tap water. After some hesitancy, he chooses the correct container. Another round begins and Eleanor chooses truth. Justin asks her who should take the battery acid test next, and she chooses Chris. Justin forces Paul to choose the container and unfortunately for Chris, Paul chooses incorrectly and the group watches as the acid eats away at him from the inside. The game is disturbed by a visit from Luke's drug supplier Jonesy. Luke is forced to choose between drawing a blank or shooting Jonesy, but poor Jonesy doesn't make it. Gemma is able to make her way to some tools and free herself with a saw. Eleanor tells her to run and escape versus freeing anyone else as there is no time. Justin goes after Gemma, leaving Luke with Eleanor and Paul. Gemma arrives at the mansion and discovers that Felix is still alive watching the group on a monitor. Gemma questions him about what is going on but Woodbridge arrives with a shotgun. He explains that he saved Felix and has been taking care of him since then, but he's paralyzed and unable to speak. Woodbridge and Gemma struggle and Gemma shoots him. She tries to gain access to the internet but Justin shows up, severing the connection. Gemma tries to escape but Justin catches her and snaps her neck in front of Felix. Eleanor and Paul try to convince Luke to free them but he is too afraid. It is revealed that Luke sent the postcard and he admits to being jealous of Felix and his rich family. Eleanor tricks Luke into approaching her by asking for some drugs for pain. She bites his finger, frees herself and pushes him back, impaling him on a rake. She frees Paul and they head for the door but Justin arrives with Felix. Eleanor shoots Justin and they struggle. Paul stabs Justin and Eleanor smashes the container of acid over his head. Justin wakes tied to a post. Eleanor sends Paul outside to wait while she plays a game of truth or dare with the brothers. She reveals that she was going to blackmail Felix for money, as her family was bankrupt. She admits to recording a sexual encounter together with Paul and Felix the night of the party. She also recorded Felix giving Paul oral sex as Paul was unconscious. Knowing that his brother was homophobic, Felix tried to kill himself. Eleanor places a grenade in Felix's hand and walks out of the cabin. She gets in the car and the cabin explodes. She drives away with tears in her eyes. Thank you for watching, but before leaving, please make sure that you click subscribe and turn on the notification so that you can enjoy watching more videos like this.